Hi, I'm Roxy from the Morton Public Library, and today we're going to talk about some very basic repairs. I'm going to show you our supplies and tape, and one can be just regular tape. You would want it to be acid-free if you want the book to last a long time, and you can even get those from Dollar Tree, Walmart. A lot of places have acid-free tape. A wider tape is nice. I don't know if you can see how wide that is. And I'll show you only if you're going to be doing corners. Either a bone folder or what we found also works is like a credit card, a library card, your card from Kroger's, a high polymer eraser. These work well for removing different marks in a book. Of course, scissors. And filament, if you have it. If you don't, you can use one of these, but we're going to do Hinges, and we like using the filament if you want it to last a long time. And if you have one, a long stapler. One of the first things is like all those little Scholastic books that you get from school or get donated or inexpensive, and we'll real often do this. And so what you can do, there's more than one way to fix this, but if you do happen to have a long stapler like this, you can please staple it again. And one of the things that you can do with any of these, even when you get a new one, if your child brings home one from school, is if you go in and tape down, that keeps those from doing a lot of movement and breaking loose. So this would be a way to actually preserve a book before it needs repair. And whenever I tape anything in a book, I like to really tape it down to make it, because if you have little edges, they'll start to peel up quicker than you might want. So here's this one done. Now you still are going to need something on this one. And this is one of the times when we, at least at the library, will do a hinge. And it's just a small piece of tape going this way. And another one down here. And then you can tape the length over it. And now this book is not going anywhere, so it's not going to fall out again in a little bit. Now you would have to do the other side, because the other side has the same issue, so you'd want to tape it. And again, you could do it just with a piece of tape if you don't have the filament. It's obviously nicer. This filament's very heavy duty, but the idea is you're taping those down. Now this book may break somewhere else, but hopefully not in the middle. Same thing with magazines. You can do this, or you can just do the hinge there. And then again, on the other side, we would do it and then put tape down both sides. And now your magazine is fixed. One of the most common fixes is a ripped page, and before we go any farther, I do want to say that if it is a library book, take it back to the library and do not try to mend it. And when it's a tear like this, and you can see it, get a piece of tape and go down the one side and go right down without tearing it down the other side. And as you can see, I got some bubbles, but you can pretty much get rid of those just with the card or with a bone folder. And whenever I tape, I do like to go over it with this because it does seem to help stick down good. And so now this page is almost like new, probably even sturdier, and you aren't going to have the little pieces starting to rip at the top there. Another common one, which is just scribbling, and this high polymer eraser takes a little time, a little elbow grease, but it does get the crayon off, especially if it is a shiny book like this. So this is the perfect book to show how this works. It will also take off like some pencil, some ink, not all, depending. This is one of the other ones that if you've got a book that's had a lot of love and it starts to fray and get dinged on the edge, you can get about an inch piece of wide tape, and this is where you do a little notch, a little V right in the middle, and then I'm just going to pull that V out, and you stick the corner of the V. So if you see this is the little corner of the V is right in that corner, and you fold over and fold over, and now you have a little plastic protecting your corner from getting worse. And again, with tape, even with this kind of tape, I like to make sure it's down really good so that it won't start to peel up too soon and you'd have another mess.